Okay, LA Apparel is a brand that sells clothing, apparel, surprise, surprise. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of their hoodies. I've actually browsed the site just like because I personally think their hoodies are pretty cool. They're like heavyweight hoodies that I guess were popularized by the likes of Yeezy and Kanye West. So right off the bat, as I browse this website, the first thing I notice is no email collection. There's just an embed at the bottom of the site. There's nothing, there's no pop-up on the homepage or maybe there's one on the product page. I'll take a look. This is a cool cutoff hoodie. All right, I'll be back in like a minute. We'll see if a pop-up shows. All right, so no pop-up on the product page either. So again, there's just this like subscribe to our emails, but I would say, why the fuck would I do that? Why? Why would I subscribe? There's no offer. There's no incentive to sign up. It doesn't say what you're going to send me. Are you just going to spam me with like generic promos like most direct-to-consumer brands do? Like there's no reason for someone to sign up unless they've already experienced the product, they've already purchased, but then they would already be on your list. And as long as they click a button in a post-purchase email and consent to emails that way, like why is this here? Why is this the way it is? Use a pop-up, collect data, understand what matters most to people in their casual apparel and their hoodies. What do you shop? What's most important to you in an ideal hoodie? Is it the weight, like the GSM or whatever it's called? Like what even is that actually? Oh wow, I was right about that. The GSM, the grams per square meter. Okay, so yeah, you could ask things like, do you like heavyweight hoodies? Do you like the lightweight ones? Do you wear hoodies for performance and athletics, or is it more of a style thing? Like, how often do you purchase new athleisure, or excuse me, how often do you purchase new apparel? Like those are all data points that you could be exchanging for like a 15% off your first time purchase and a pop-up. And that data that you could use to optimize ads and the website as a whole is worth so much more than the margin sacrificed through the discount. The second thing that comes to mind that just jumps right out at me is very text heavy and it's hard to read. Like this is like a certain font that's kind of hard to read. It's small yet huge, which doesn't really make any sense at all. And then this text is like tiny. And then believe it or not, the text below it's even tinier. It's like who's reading this? This is like a terrible way to ingest information. There's no videos on the page. The text is all different sizes and there's too much of it and it really doesn't explain why these things matter. Like what I do actually love about this product page and what I talk about so many times in these videos on this channel is how brands aren't linking to other products that they sell, depending on what might be a better or worse choice. I love that they're doing this. Looking for sleeves? Check out this product. Okay, sure. And it doesn't work. So I take back everything I just said. And not really. I'm sure it's just like a temporary error. That is ironic, though, that I was just singing their praises and then it doesn't work. But um, barring the irony, I do like how they link out to other pages or the intention to do so that I like. Shipping and returns. There's information about shipping and returns directly on the product page. That's terrific. All right, so as for a go-to-market strategy, brainstorming for these types of products or for this brand, they sell casual apparel. Obviously, Los Angeles Apparel, they sell apparel. Wow. Why it matters, people are really into like fashion these days, I guess. And so they like blank hoodies and they like just like high quality style staples like hoodies and t-shirts. It seems like a lot of their stuff is like a lot of blanks, and they're kind of just going for like the everyday style staples with quality, and they're also kind of leaning into the what's their value, which I think they like employ people in Los Angeles County or something. Yeah, fair wages. All of our workers have fair wages. Yeah, so I guess they like really make an effort to show gratitude for their employees, and that's like one of the values that is really big for this brand. So it matters to people who it matters to consumers who want to purchase from brands that treat their employees well. It seems like that's somewhat of an increasing thing, but unfortunately, I would also say it doesn't necessarily seem like it's happening fast enough. Like it seems like people are more privy to look to Shein and Temu than to spend a little bit more for a more ethical purchase. I don't know what this company's supply chain looks like. I'm not sure like how they do all this. All right, vertical integration. This is one of the this is competitive advantages 101, right? Like vertical integration is a great way to be able to like offer high quality goods at a lower price point, or to be able to have leverage over your costs. Yeah, it's interesting how they're able to do this. I really wonder like what the story is behind this. They don't use any offshoring, and yet their prices are like pretty competitive. Let's see what like a pair like a shirt's going for. Yeah, so like 25 bucks for like a heavyweight t-shirt, not necessarily cheap, but also not expensive. And so point is, I'm not really sure how they're managing to do this, but kudos to them. It seems like they're really making an effort to produce the right way. We support U.S. domestic farmers and the U.S. domestic yarn industry. Yeah, so there's definitely like a values angle here. It's not only like the quality of the goods, but definitely like talking about like what matters to them as a company. And I think the reasons that consumers might buy these types of products is because they want to support businesses that share those types of values. As for how people probably tend to discover products like these for the first time, I would guess it's a lot of like social media ads. It's a lot of like organic social media and seeing like similar like on like the For You page or whatever. I'm sure there's like some of that, or whatever it's called on Instagram. I'm sure that it's like asking people like, "Hey, that's a cool hoodie. Where's that from?" "Oh, I got this from a brand called Los Angeles Apparel." Like, I'm sure there's some of that. How else might people discover these types of products from this brand for the first time? I'm sure there's like a subset of people who like research brands that have like ethical supply chains and like fair wage incentives and things of that nature. But as for how you could list build into those types of people, I'm not sure that you could. What immediately comes to mind is to just build a list of like content creators and people who write newsletters or publications talking about supply chain and labor laws and things of that nature and ethical manufacturing. Like there's definitely people who talk about those things. I would consider like reaching out to those people, trying to give them products in exchange for talking about it. That could be one way to get exposure for a brand like this. What else comes to mind? Does anyone have any other ideas aside from those?